Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of ham radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, age 8B. If you're watching this on YouTube, in the DX Mentor YouTube channel, the text of this will be included in the show notes. You won't have to remember calls, dates, URLs, or other details. You can just check the show notes. If you've been with me over a year, you know that starting in July, I like to start counting down the days until Christmas. So at this time, we have 175 days until Christmas, plus or minus a few depending upon when you're listening or watching this. And what that really means is we're actually closer to Christmas 2025 than we were Christmas 2024. Each week, I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. So here's what you should find QRV the next time you tune the bands. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor at gmail.com and I'll make it happen. Todd, Alpha Fox 4 Charlie Zulu, is QRV from Guatemala as Tango Golf 9 stroke Alpha Fox 4 Charlie Zulu until July 9th. In his spare time, he will be on 40 through 10 meters, mainly on FT8 and FT4, possibly some single sideband. And you can QSL him via LOTW. N0UI, Tim, is QRV as Zulu Delta 7 Tango India Mike from St. Helena until July 13th. He is operating on 40 meters through 10 meters, looking for 6-meter QSOs also if conditions warrant. Modes of operations are CW, sideband, and possibly RTTY. This operation features a single op, low power, unassisted CW only entry in the IARU HF World Championship. Outside of the contest, operations will follow holiday style, focusing on CW and single sideband. RTTY capability will also be available for potential use. QSOs can be confirmed via LOTW or N0UI. Eric, KV1J, is QRV from St. Miquelon until July 14th. He is operating as Fox Papa Stroke KV1 Juliet. He is emphasizing activity on 6 meters and the higher HF bands, primarily single sideband and FT8, FT4 with some CW. Eric also plans to be on the air for the IARU contest. His QSOs will be uploaded daily to LOTW and Clublog, and you can QSL direct or via the Bureau or to his call via OQRS. From the UK's sovereign base areas on Cyprus, Zulu Charlie 4 Mike Kilo will be operated by Golf 0 Kilo Oscar Mike Adrian. Adrian says that he will be QRV, quote, sometime on the 8th of July and will break down the station in the evening of the 15th of July. He will be running 100 watts to a hex beam for 20 through 6 meters and an end-fed half wave, which will give him 80 and 40 meter coverage, end quote. His QTH is in the village of Ypsonis, and the grid square is KM64LQ. AB, A Alpha Bravo 1 Fox, is now in Armenia for his Echo Kilo stroke Alpha Bravo 1 Fox operation. His home QTH is currently Greenbelt, Maryland, and he often operates at the WA3NAN NASA Goddard Flight Center. In Armenia, he is operating from a town called Stepvanovan, which is in grid LN21EA, the same location as his previous operations from Armenia. As usual, there will be special call signs during the big 3-week-long Tour de France bicycle race. The first to look for is Tango Mike 112 Tango Delta Fox with operator F8 Golf Zulu at the controls until July 26th. The second is Tango Mike 25 TDF from the Radio Club Amaltra until July 26th. The third is Tango Mike 59 TDF. During the IARU HF World Championship, July 12th and 13th, members of the 3 Victor 8 Sugar Radio Club Station of Tunisian Scouts and 3 Victor 8 Lima Giovanni will be teaming up at the Association de Radio Amateurs of Tunisia headquarters station. They will be using both call signs during the contest. It looks like Tango 2 Tuvalu will be becoming rarer in the distant future as, quote, residents of Tuvalu seek escape to Australia as the island continues to sink. I first heard about this from Ralph, K9ZO, in one of our podcasts when he had been there a couple years apart and he could see in the roadways that connect some of the smaller islands that the ocean was rising. So this is a little bit scary, of course, and I hope they all make it off. But if you need Tango 2, you better get it now. And you can search on Tuvalu sinking, which I did, and I was able to find articles on this. It looks like Juliet X-ray Jan Man will be activated for the first time since 2022. Lima Bravo 2 Oscar Golf, Peter, is currently on a work assignment on Jan Man and expects to stay for some weeks with plans to get on the air in his spare time as Juliet X-ray stroke Lima Bravo 2 Oscar Golf. Jan Man has not been on the air since 2022 and currently ranks number 56 on Club Log's DXCC Most Wanted list. Peter has, quote, no specific schedule for ham radio, but says that he is set up for 40 meters, 20 meters, and some higher bands on sideband and FT8. And you can QSL this to Lima Bravo 2 Oscar Golf. The special call sign, Sierra November 92 LOT, active until July 31st, commemorates the 92nd anniversary of the ill-fated flight of Lithuanian pilots Stepanas Darius and Stasas Girnis. On July 15th of 1933, they attempted a nonstop flight from New York City to Kanawha in a small airplane. After crossing the Atlantic Ocean, they crashed on July 17th, just 400 miles short of their final destination. And this special event station can be QSL'd via Sugar Papa 1, Papa Mike Yankee. We are pleased to announce the Dave Coulter Memorial Youth DX Adventure plans to participate in a DX adventure to Curacao operating as PJ2Y on July 17th to the 22nd. Quote, the Caribbean Contesting Consortium Super Contest Station, which is PJ2T, is hosting us for the fourth time. We look forward to seeing our host and friend Uli, Delta Lima 8 Oscar Bravo, Quebec. This time we will be operating as the DX and as a special event station. Operation by the Young Ops will be about 4 days and sometimes around the clock. We anticipate several thousand QSOs on most bands. This trip is sponsored by the Dayton Amateur Radio Association, or DARA, DX Engineering, the QC Worldwide Foundation, along with several other clubs and individuals. The most recent DX Mentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. Tom, November Yankee Zero Victor, is the guest. Tom is a great guest, a fantastic operator, a polished contester, and a smooth DX operator. However, none of these were the reasons we had Tom on as our guest. It all has to do with the Pacific, missing airplanes, 19,000 feet of water. Well, you're just going to have to check it out and find out what the deal is. It was really a lot of fun. If you're interested in DX Podcast and YouTube DX, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of the DX activities we have going on. So finally, for our contest updates, I know that the ARRL contest sheet is read elsewhere in this podcast, and the contests that I mention are sometimes redundant. However, there are a few contests every year that I have found to be especially useful for DXers who are trying to fill band slots or to get entities or zones in the log that they may otherwise not be able to get. The next contest that you can use to work an all-time new one or to fill a band slot is the IARU HF World Championship. This runs from 1200 Zulu on July 12th to 1200 Zulu on July 13th. This is a very popular contest and really a lot of fun. Check out the ARRL webpage and search on IARU contest for more details. Let me know if you participate and how you do. Please send me an email if you need details on this topic or anything else that I mentioned. Until next week, this is Bill, AJB, saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.